My name is Brandon Lilly, and strength has really been one of the defining factors of my life. From competition stages at the highest level to small gyms around the world that people have never even heard of, I've always been in pursuit of strength and the lessons that it's taught me. I've stacked wins, I've had major setbacks and injury, but through it all, I've learned everything my way and seemingly the hard way. So now I'm hitting the road again, walking into weight rooms around the country, talking to coaches, hearing the stories. No rules, no script, just coaches in their element. What's up, guys? I am headed down to Spartanburg, South Carolina today. I'm going to be meeting up with Dr. Coach Andrew Caldwell of Spartanburg High School. He heads up Viking Strength on Instagram, and he is just a really unique, special kind of coach and legendary in the state of South Carolina, but also 2023 National High School Strength and Conditioning Coach of the Year. So it's not just my opinion. He is recognized amongst the peers in his field. And I think it's going to be great to hear how a coach with that level of credentialing has committed to the high school level, committed to a school and a community, the way that he thinks about training, the way that he thinks about life, how he developed his room, all the things that he was looking for. Just really going to go through it top to bottom. I'm going to get there in time to watch football, go through their weightlifting, and then we're going to go outside, do some sprinting and running, kind of drills like that. I just think it's going to be a great day with a great coach, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Stay tuned.
Don't you do it! Don't you cry! Don't you cry bingo! Our sprint, our perfect effort, perfect technique through the third pole. All right, go! Y'all did a great job with this yesterday. It was all about executing, and you guys serving one another to help and change the way y'all done it. All right, on the whistle. Tall, no dip, ready?
Just got through talking with Coach Dr. Caldwell and talking about the room here. And I think if you just look around my shoulders here, it's 20 racks this side, 20 racks the other side. One of my favorite layouts that I've seen. It is just a massive, well-designed, well-thought-out weight room. Coach Caldwell, Dr. Caldwell, worked with Ebert and the team on this. Bert got involved. And this is really, to me, looking at it and just seeing the effectiveness of it while it was actually, the training was taking place. I don't see how you could make a room any better than this for what he's doing here. A lot of data tracking, a lot of stuff like that. That's really cool. But just show you around the room. It's like endless rows. This feels like a college weight room for the most part. I love places like this. It reminds me of Kentucky, University of Kentucky, but straight out into the football field here. So you're always kind of motivated about what you're playing for as a football player. The coolest thing about coming here today, I've been to a lot of high schools, I've been to a lot of colleges, been in a ton of weight rooms, but there's very few that have this level of energy. They're out there, but the room was getting after it today. The players were focused, coaching was on point, and just the inside out, this will go down as one of my favorite rooms forever.
Jeremy Ebert came and watched us train and kind of saw what we were doing, and so they kind of knew my coaching philosophy and how I kind of had things organized and ordered. And we train on the whistle, and I like things organized. When it came down to actually finalizing stuff, Bert came and visited with me and our assistant superintendent for facilities, and we gave him our idea, and then Bert took it back and gave us the 3D model, and then we got to put our goggles on and watch it, and that was like probably the selling point for us. Character always drives how we do things, and so we spend time outside of the weight room or practice in a classroom, trying to teach them how to respond to situations. The idea of events plus response equal outcomes is kind of a way to teach that. We want to use the weight room and athletics to teach them how to do that. So, we are demanding, and we expect a lot of it. We start with body weight exercises, getting them to hold form and technique, then learning the process of lifting and what we expect down, and learning the culture that we want in the weight room. Between their 8th grade and 9th grade year, they'll start coming back in this space over the summer and then acclimating to this space. It starts getting a little bit more intense. But by that point, we really want them to have all our basics down. Squat, bench, clean, or really our big 3. So we want them to be competent with those things before they come over here. I've got another coach, our assistant coach, runs a level 0 program, and I can move them over there with them and then let them get back caught up.
What's your model for success?
I approach the weight room like a teacher. I think that the best coaches are good teachers, and good teachers are good coaches. Just like any other classroom, like math class, they start and they've got to develop these competencies at this lower level, and then you just slowly keep building on that. You don't progress them until they meet those competencies, and that's the same approach that we take. So I think that's why it's important to get them early before they start developing that ego, because once they get in high school, it's really hard to convince a high school male to lower a weight. It's a balancing act, because you won't. I mean, it's a whole lot easier to throttle someone back than to prod them forward. I think that's where the technology has helped me, is just get them to understand that, look, you're doing this at practice and you're doing this in the weight room, and it quantifies what you're doing to help educate them. I think most of it just comes from the experience of being a coach. It's the art of coaching. A big picture blueprint. I've done it long enough. I know where I want to be. I know I need to be at these spots at this time of the year, and I know I need to maybe back off here, and then we need to amp up here. The name of the game is speed, and so we want to develop speed and athleticism. So, we want the total package. We spend time doing flexibility and mobility, and so really it's just the overarching is just develop better athletes. That's why you need a coach. You need a coach that has the wisdom to know, all right, this is important. You need to have urgency on these things, and these things we do some things to keep kids interested, because they've got it. If they're not interested in doing it and they don't have a passion for doing it, that's hard too. That's really the design of the room. Obviously got great space, but I wanted it a happy medium between. I didn't want it too spread out, because I wanted them to be close to one another. Enough space to where it's safe, but I didn't want it so far apart that they're not pushing one another.
I think you lose an atmosphere that way too.
They understand that they're really getting better, just the fire of competition and the fire of having high expectations for one another, and they enjoy that. I enjoy coaching in that environment. My background's wrestling. And it's mano a mano, it's man on man, and it brought the very best out of me, and that's really why I became a coach, because I missed that. The thing that I think makes our room successful is everybody's pulling the same direction. I mean, if you don't have synergy, you're not going to accomplish a whole lot in life, which is extremely hard, because you got very competitive personalities. And it goes back to, a balance act between, trying to have a lot of ideas, but at the end of the day, everybody pulling the same direction.
All right, guys, that is episode 2 from Spartanburg High School, Spartanburg, South Carolina. Just want to say it was a fantastic visit, inside and out, literally getting to watch the guys inside the weight room and how they train and the energy in there, and then going outside and just elevating and keeping that level high. Big thank you to Dr. Coach Caldwell for allowing me to be a part of that, to open his room to me, to open his mind and his heart, and just share his story with me, and the way that he thinks about coaching, the way that he envisioned his room coming to life, and the way that he tries to empower these young people to be strong, not only physically but mentally, for the rest of their lives. I just think it was a great visit for me personally, getting into that environment, and definitely missing the grind of that job day to day and working with people and trying to help them be their best. So huge shout out to Spartanburg High School. Stay tuned for episode 3. You guys are going to enjoy it. Let's see where strength lives.